Sounds real?
Sounds real.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Jack.
And on today's listening table, we have.
Epitaph Romance.
That's right. Their latest EP. I picked it up at one of their latest shows.
Mm-hmm.
It was during the Halloween weekend at the Living Room.
That's right. Out of the frying pan. Demic.
Scary.
Scary
stuff. I don't know what's in that pan.
Oh, geez. I think it's brains.
Oh. Mm-hmm. Yep, it's brains.
Yeah. Or your mother's meatloaf.
So we got a chance to hear it, and they did some, I guess, some remixes.
There's something in there.
3 tracks that were remixed from their previous album.
Mm-hmm.
But overall, wow, really good production.
Yeah, it's a solid album, solid EP. It's horror punk metal, I guess. There's a lot of elements of metal in there.
Yeah.
They got the keyboards going, so it has that scary stuff, that scary
nice ballad.
sound. Oh yeah, the ballad's awesome.
I like the ballad.
I think it's called "The Demon of Fleet Street," which would fit right in on the Sweeney Todd musical, because it is very much in that vein of style of it's like a musical. It's played out like that. You got the dueling vocals, the kind of the family opera type of stuff. You know,
the piano,
the female that's balancing. It's kind of that exchange, the give and take. But anyway, really cool song. I totally dig this band. I dig what they do. I like the campiness of it. You know, that horror, that punk rock type of horror punk. You know, so that element of camp that they put in it. They're having fun with the sound. They're having fun with the style. So if you're into stuff that's, I wouldn't say it's really misfitty. I mean, obviously everyone has the roots in the Misfits. I wouldn't say it's really misfitty, but you could kind of hear the bases where they just jumped off from that and kind of created their own style.
If you hear the earlier stuff,
that one's closer to that style.
They've come a long way.
Yeah, this one adds different elements. Like I said, that musical, that kind of Broadway style that they added in that one song. The use of the keyboards. You know, I think that's really cool. I think it's a nice little kind of differentiates them from a lot of the other bands that do this style of music.
Yeah, I really dug this EP. And like I said before, you know, really good production, nice and clean.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear all the instruments, and they just, you know, seeing them live too. They always put on an awesome performance.
They put on a good show.
So I was lucky to get, you know, their old discography as well.
Yeah,
which is really cool. You know, they opened up the trunk and bam, you know, pulled out which album do you want? I'm like, all right, I want this one. I need this one. And you know, that was really cool to get their older stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm excited to finish the other albums as well.
Well, I think we went through a few of those, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm excited. You know, hopefully we'll put those as well and on the listening table.
Mm-hmm.
And but you know, they're really cool guys. I love what they're doing. You know,
I did too. I love the theatrics
for the local scene.
Yeah,
and you know, they're doing a toy drive soon as well at the Sheepdog, so that's going to be really cool.
Yeah, and we'll put out the flyer and promote that
with Still I Stand, and An Endless Fight. So that's going to be a really good show.
Mm-hmm.
And but you know, overall, I mean, wow, really good.
Yeah,
I you know, me personally, I like the horror punk scene.
Yeah, the horror, that whole genre of bands that come out of there, like Los Morts is another one that we've talked about on this show. It's kind of similar to the same type of stuff that they're doing. So if you're into that horror punk, horror metal, well, it's more punk metal. These guys have a little bit more of a pop flavor to them, so they're a little bit more accessible. Their songs aren't really heavy or anything like that, but they do have a lot of edge.
Yeah.
But they have a lot of very melodic, very pop sensible, and I totally dig them.
And I gotta say, you know, what is it? 6 songs, right? 6 songs, and
it clocks in.
It clocks in.
It clocks in almost like a full length.
Full length of some of the bands now.
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
That are popping out full length albums, but you know, that's crazy.
Yeah.
So you get a lot of music worth.
Yeah, it's worth
music
picking up
on this EP, and it's worth picking up. So if you catch them at the show at the Sheepdog, make sure you pick up their albums.
Absolutely.
You know, the physical, you gotta get physical. Right?
Gotta get physical.
But I always say. So, and as well, I forgot one last thing to mention. I was able to do an interview with them.
Oh yeah,
So that's pretty cool.
That's
at the living
very
room.
very cool.
So I'm gonna attach that after this episode. Stay tuned and check out the interview.
Sounds cool.
So thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Sounds real.
Sounds real.
And we're up.
Sounds real?
Sounds real. Sounds real.
I'm here at the living room with Epitaph Romance, and I caught them on Halloween weekend. It was a cool set. I gotta say, it was a little different. I felt like it was an industrial feel because you guys didn't have your drummer, but tell us what's going on.
So, unfortunately, we were missing two members tonight. Our drummer, Mr. Toxic, was called away on business, and unfortunately, our keyboardist, the Synth Witch, Nicholas Strange, was just recently released from the hospital this morning. So, that's why tonight's set was dedicated to them. And Nico, we wish you well.
Yes.
Speedy recovery and get back to us.
Wishing you well
as soon as possible. Johnny will be back when his business is complete.
That lazy bum, right? Yeah, bum.
But you know what? Even after all that, they rocked it down, and it was such a good set. And I kind of like the industrial feel. It was different from what I'm used to. It's like because the drums were all syncopated, and it was like, okay.
Actually, those
like
are
that.
literally our drummer's drums.
Yeah, I like
they,
it. I like
came
it.
right from the album. So
that's
thank
pretty
goodness
cool.
he left us some very tight, drums to use. So it's like he never stepped away.
You guys didn't have much time to relax in between songs, though. I saw that. So, but it was a good set. It was a good set. So, what direction you guys are taking now?
Well, the whole point, both this Halloween weekend and our last show previously on the 21st over at Whole Lot of Denim, we wanted to see if we could create a seamless show where we can just move. The music doesn't stop. Everyone gets the feel. There's a groove to it. It just kind of flows nicely. That way, in the end, there's not a whole lot of ridiculous banter and there's not a whole lot of, weird, strange things coming out of my mouth. So if I don't have time to say anything, it doesn't get awkward. So,
And you guys just released an EP, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, finally.
After like more than a year, I believe.
Finally. So we just so this
Finally.
will technically be our fifth outing. It's a kind of a follow-up to last year's Music for the Recently Deceased. This is our EP, which we entitled Out of the Frying Pandemic, thanks to COVID. So we thought it was a very wonderfully suiting name. We've been playing most of those tracks on the EP for months, so it's about time to finally get them out and released and out into the world. Birth. See, this is where that awkwardness comes.
Yeah.
Birthing going on.
A lot of birthing. A lot of
Birthing.
birthing. A lot of birthing. Bring your trash bags because there's a lot of birthing going on. So, what I want to ask you guys, since it's Halloween, what are your Halloween recommendations? Movies.
Oh, we're gonna let the doctor handle this.
Let the doctor.
I would go with the Thing.
Mad Brain Movie Hour.
Both of the Thing movies, The Fly.
Oh, okay. Those are some good ones.
Halloween, Exorcist.
Oh,
My favorite movie, The fucking Shining.
make sure the microphone, so we got to hear those picks.
Right? I guess the original Halloween is always a classic during this time of year. I always go with my favorite horror movies, of course, is The Shining.
Shining.
That's my masterpiece right there. So.
Good old Jack.
Yep.
What about you?
Watching Carnival of Souls, Dementia 13.
Oh, damn, that's an old one.
Yeah, I watch a lot of the old ones, especially the ones that Elvira did, like the
Yeah.
intros and stuff like that. That's how I got into those, really. Cause
Those are good ones.
Oh, nice. And you said The Thing.
Yeah, The Thing, both of them. The prequel was really good too.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen that one's awesome. It
Who hasn't seen that? That's
it
like
connects
saying,
to
"Oh,
the.
I've seen them both.
something
I
that-
haven't watched The Fly.
Well, it connects to the original thing fairly well. So whoever directed it did a very good job.
Of course, you got to go with the original Night of the Living Dead. Man. That's a must watch.
Oh
every
yes,
Halloween.
yes.
That's a
Always,
must
always a
there.
classic.
I don't know. I'm kind of a Reanimator guy.
What about you, Reanimator?
I'm kind of a Reanimator.
Oh, I love
There's-
that
there's
one.
just
Was
so
that
much
Stuart
to-
Gordon? Yeah, Stuart Gordon.
So much to choose from.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Anything from Charles Band?
Yeah.
Charles Mann. Okay.
So, I mean,
Nice.
the list goes long and long and
Hellraiser.
long. I mean, what is the well, you know, what's the point of a movie without a soundtrack? But I mean, come on, everything's good.
Yeah.
You know, New Line Cinema's really kicked in the '80s, man. You got to, you know, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. You know, those one-liners just really kind of made turn horror into like a mainstream thing. Like people were household names. Freddy, do you remember the 800, the 900 number for Freddy?
Yes,
Back
yes,
yeah,
yes.
you see, you know, that's what we're talking about.
I do, I do.
You used to spend $2.99 a minute to listen.
I remember that. And then also they kind of spun off 976 Evil kind of on that take on Freddy. So you heard it from Epitaph Romance. They have their picks. You got to catch them. Pick up their new EP. It's streaming, right? Correct?
It'll be streaming Halloween night, but right now we do have physical copies available for those
Oh!
people that gotta have the hardware.
Me and Jack, we gotta have the physical media. So we'll put that on the listing table, guys, and we'll see you when we see you. So you guys missed a good show, and hope to see you on the next one, though. So sounds real?
Sounds real!
And the ghouls are out tonight.